On our never-ending quest of having pretty much every fantastic Jaguar in the country pass through our collection at some point, it would seem, we have another one which is fantastic again. A 2014 Jaguar XJ Portfolio, of course the final shape over all the X351 era, and this is one of those cars which over time, especially as their prices have become from what was a 50, 60 plus £1,000 car when new, and still undercut virtually all of its German, etc. rivals even then, now even more of a desirable prospect because of how much more affordable they have become. This exact car, despite having just kissed 93,000 miles, and of course as motorway cruisers they eat up that kind of mileage, it's under £10,500. And even at that price point, still of course has the option of low deposit financing if you did want to further spread out the cost, and being a portfolio, well, any Jaguar aficionado will know that is the one to go for. If at all possible, you have extra goodies. Of course, one of the most notable things is the upgraded climate control and upgraded sound system, all of which we'll touch on here. Speaking to its condition, its history, and first of all its visual spec, it's finished in lunar grey with suede headliner, ivory leather. It's a pretty stunning combination actually, especially with those black wheels as well, and more importantly, to go with that motorway mileage, a full service history behind it as well. Further to that, in fact, we are also going to service it ourselves before this car leaves with its new owner. It's only had, incidentally, 3 previous keepers in the past, and incidentally the most recent of those have owned it for 6 years. So further to that point, it has served them very, very well indeed. In terms of that spec, again being a portfolio, you have heated and cooling active ventilated seats, cruise control, panoramic roof, heated steering wheel as well. It comes with parking sensors and reverse camera, blind spot assist, of course that touchscreen display with the upgraded Meridian sound system, built-in navigation and Bluetooth, interactive voice control, xenon headlights with of course those day-running LEDs, 4-zone climate control for each primary passenger, that power opening and closing boot, rain-sensing wipers, power-folding mirrors, soft closing doors, adaptive dynamics, and even of course its self-leveling rear suspension. In other words, the kind of optional extras and spec sheet which you would expect from something with perhaps a Bentley or a Rolls-Royce badge, quite frankly, not a vehicle which is under £10,500, and the real cherry on the cake is when you wrap up all of this with the engine that they put into this car. By far the best-selling engine spec we find for these, the 3-litre V6 diesel. And don't be put off by the fact that it's a diesel even these days. This is literally hundreds upon hundreds of pounds a year cheaper to tax than many other prestige cars. In comparison, in fact, some cars in that prestige sphere are nearly £800 a year to tax compared to this car's £265. And given that that engine can average up to 46 miles per gallon, over 50 on the motorway, again where the cruise control, the aircon, the self-leveling suspension all comes together and really gets this car into its stride, that is, mind you, still from a car which can do 0 to 60 if you want it to in 6 seconds flat. So when you wrap all of this up together, the looks, the fact that it's really Jaguar's swan song when it comes to their flagship luxury cars, Jaguar certainly these days is not what they used to be, and when this is what they used to be, well, it's no wonder that so many of us are so annoyed about their current trajectory. Thankfully though, it makes these cars even more of a bargain. So if you have been looking for one of these and this one jumps out at you, as well it should, it's a stunningly capable car, then of course you could reach out via the email address shown here on screen, or give us a call on 01749 871155, or of course on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.